Welcome to this yoga stretch for walkers. This is ideal if you do 10,000 steps. My husband Tim has been on his healing journey, weight loss journey.
And this is for me and other people doing this.
It's for you.
Thank you for doing this.
So if you want to follow his journey, because it started just as like recording himself, because he's a projector to be accountable. And I said, you should upload those to a channel because people would be interested. So he uploaded to YouTube and Instagram. You can follow him at Weight Loss with Tim. We'll put it on the screen. And I want to say too, I am doing so well on my husband's plan. So I would say that we didn't start at 10,000 steps, we titrated. And so if that's something that you're interested in doing, because I know 10,000 steps is kind of an anomaly in terms of a number. It was created by a pedometer company. But I was at 3,000, then I gradually increased so that my endurance would be good for it. And now here I am at 10,000, most days over 10,000 now. So this is for Tim and for all of you who walk. We're going to start with legs up the wall, but because I don't have a wall, I'm going to show you lots of options for things when you don't have a wall. So if you have a wall, go ahead and do legs up the wall because your feet get tired from walking so much, and it's good to get that blood flow back to the heart. So legs at the wall, or if you don't have a wall, you can put a block underneath your pelvis and lift your legs in the air and we'll get that blood flow. Okay, so feel free to pause the video and stay here longer, especially if you have a wall. Otherwise, you can come down and then you're going to do a keyhole stretch. So you're going to cross your left ankle over your right, open your left knee out to the side and draw your legs in. This is going to get into the external rotators of your hips and into your glutes, which you really need that if you're walking a lot. Then you can release this leg and let's go ahead and do the other leg. So right ankle over the top of your left thigh, open your knee out to the side and draw your leg in. Okay, release that down. And then grab your strap. And you're going to hook your strap around your right foot. And if you have low back issues, you're going to keep your left knee bent, draw your right leg in. You want to feel sensation on the back of your legs. You can draw your toes towards your face. You're going to get your calves and your hamstrings here. Then open your right leg out to the side. And then draw your leg in and cross it over your body. Keep drawing it in. You want to feel it along the outside of your leg into your glutes, still along the back of your leg here. And then draw your leg back in again, and you can switch feet in the loops. And then draw your left leg in. Open your left leg out to the side. And then keep drawing your leg in and cross it over your body. So get still the back of the leg and more into the outside of the hip here as well. And then you can release that down and just feel the release in the hips and the legs. And then you're going to make your way up to seated, however you want to. Okay, so you're going to sit up, lift your back. We're going to do the foot series because your feet get tired from walking and your ankles need some movement. So you're going to just start by bending your toes forward and pulling your toes back. And then you're going to do your whole foot point. Open up the fronts of your ankles, flex, draw them all the way back. Okay, now you're going to circle. And circle the other direction. Toes meet in the center. Toes meet in the center the other way. Okay, and then just notice how your feet feel. Okay, from here we're going to do some lunge and hamstring stretches to open up the fronts of your hips and your hamstrings. So you're going to come onto your knees and walk your left leg through. And you're going to lean forward. You want to keep your tailbone tucked under so you feel that opening here in the front right hip. And then you're going to lean back to feel the hamstring stretch. Lift your toes. And then let's switch sides. So you're going to walk your right leg through now. And again, tuck your tailbone under, really open up through the front of your left hip and lean back. Okay, then you're going to come onto all fours. We're going to do some mobility for your hips. Move it in all directions. So press the floor away from you on all fours. And then you're going to bring your right knee forward, up and around as high as you can, and back. And then as far back and around and forward. So you're making big circles. These were hard when I first started doing them, but now my body's adapted, so stick with them. And then let's do your other side. Really reach up and back, lift on the sides, reach forward, around and back. Okay, and then I think I might face away from you with this because of the dirt and also because of the angle. We're going to do 90-90s. Can you see this? Okay, so your left knee comes down and in, so you're getting internal rotation. Your right knee goes out to the side, and you want to work them to the ground as much as you can. Not hurting your knees because you want it in your hips, so work within your normal range of motion. And then you're going to go to the other side. So reach down, reach out, reach down, reach out. But again, let yourself be a beginner if you haven't done these before so that you don't hurt your knees. And then you're going to come to, I'm just noticing on this snap pea flowers, there's actual peas coming off them. I didn't know why I wouldn't think that would be the case, but there's so many of them. I don't know if you can eat them, but okay, now you're gonna come towards your, I think this will be your right one, and down and up. So you're getting into your external rotators of your hips again. Outside, maybe even a little bit in your inner thigh. And then switch. Okay. And then we will come to downward facing dog to open up the backs of your legs and your calves. Okay, so hands underneath your shoulders or slightly forward, knees underneath your hips, tuck your toes under, and you can even just stay there to get a nice stretch through the necks of your toes, and then make your way up into down dog. And I want you to pedal your feet. Okay, great. Now you're going to either take yoga blocks or a chair. We're going to do more for your hamstrings. And you're going to put them at the front of your mat. Bring your left foot between the blocks. You can bring your back leg in. That's going to make it easier. You can adjust once you come up. You're going to tuck your right toes under. Come up. You want both legs straight. If you need more, you're going to make more space between your legs. And down. Okay, let's switch your feet. Okay, tuck your toes under and adjust the width between your feet so that you can comfortably open up the backs of your legs. And then from here, just bring your back leg in and come up to standing. Okay, you're going to miraculously get a ball. And you can use this tennis ball, lacrosse ball, squash ball, doesn't matter. We want to do some myofascial release for the bottom of your feet. I do a ton of myofascial release special for my members in our membership video library. So if you want more of that focus, definitely come into our membership for that. Otherwise, you're going to take your ball and put it underneath your foot. Okay, so put it right underneath your foot, and you're just going to press in and press back. Press in and press back, and just move it around a bit on the bottom of your foot. It'll be more sensitive towards the outsides, but I've got it right in the arch of my foot right now. And then you're going to move back to the ball of your foot. By your toes, same thing, press in, move down a bit, press in, move it down a bit, press in. You can really do whatever you want underneath your foot. I'm using this technique so the ball doesn't roll down the hill here and I lose it forever. Okay, and then you're going to come on your heel. And on your heel, you can actually stand right up on it. Your heel's really strong. That's where you strike when you walk. So you can just stand right up. And then you can just scribble it all over on the bottom of your foot. Okay, and then take your ball, and I want you to just take a few steps forward and back. You can walk the whole length of your mat. and feel the difference between your right and left foot. And then you're going to put the ball underneath the ball of your left foot now. Oh, such an incline. Maybe I'll go up here. Okay, great. So now you're going to step in and back. Come towards the inside of your arch. And the outside of your arch. Ball of your foot. Go underneath your big toes first. Middle. Baby toes. And then you're going to step right up on the heel. And you can step right up on it because that heel is strong because it strikes, so it needs more input. And then you're going to scribble the bottom of your foot. Okay, then you can pick up your ball and put it away. Okay, from standing, you're going to take your feet wider than hip width apart. You're going to rotate. As you rotate to the left, lift your right heel. As you rotate to the right, lift your left heel. So we did some twists to release your spine. Now let's just do some side bends to lengthen up through your QL right here in your low back. Just get tight. Okay, and then from here we're going to come down, and when you walk, let me just give you a cue for walking. There's two that I think about when I'm walking, because otherwise you can get kind of, rounded and forward. So I think about moving from my hips, keeping my hips open. So that's the driver. That's where I'm moving from. But also I heard a really great cue the other day from a woman on YouTube that she says, lift your collarbones. When you lift your collarbones, your ears come in the right spot, your shoulders come in the right spot, you're walking from your chest too, right? Just with that little cue. Let me know if you find that helpful. So those are two cues that I find helpful to talk to myself when I notice I'm starting to get like this when I walk, because then everything's just going to close in. Okay, so to that end, we're going to do one for posture to finish, which is fish pose. Use blocks or pillows just to open up your chest and to take your final resting position. So you want one block on the highest setting, one block on the medium setting, or you could do low and medium. That's lovely too. Both are great. And then you're going to lie down on it. So this block is between your shoulder blades. The other one supports your head. Okay, and then you can tuck your chin, come up to seated. And that is your yoga stretch for walkers. It's ideal if you do 10,000 steps. Be sure to check out Tim's channel, Weight Loss with Tim, and also my second channel, Yoga Lifestyle with Melissa. I'm going to talk about what's happened for me since walking 10,000 steps a day, because it's really changed my life too. And I'm just sending you so much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest, and may you be as strong as our mountains.